the showers forecast quite a bit of rain later on, so I'm just putting some T3 fungicides, it's ear wash, on some weeds, and Christ, got a pleasant surprise, I really have. Everyone I've been in so far, because it was a little bit worrying that at one point they were going to sort of drought off and we were going to end up with out. But they're fantastic, to be honest. Just need some sun now, to be fair, to fill them up. But look, I mean, it's 10 o'clock you can nearly walk on, and to be fair, I've done 50 acre and they've all been like this. There is some poor ones to do yet, but they're a bit backwards, so you know we won't be doing them till probably end of week. But these are fully in flower. In fact, all the cranium seems to be further forward than the champion. In fact, the cranium, we were knocking it off our list. We weren't bothering growing in it anymore, but it looks fantastic. We'll see how it yields before we sort of write it off totally. We're going to get a new one this time, Beowulf. Is it Beowulf? It seems to be very popular. A mate of mine's growing it for the first time, so keep in touch with him and see. Anyway, well, we're getting some seed off it if it's a success for him. Yeah, cranium, it looks fantastic. Real long in here it is this year. Busy. I'm trying to get these T3s on. Our Ollie's drilling SFI crops, cover crops on some horrible land, and he says it's going beautiful. Phil's mad muck out because we had 2 loads of pigs go yesterday, so he's on with mucking out, and it's the big washout this time. So tomorrow we're gonna. Tomorrow someone's going to be on pressure washing. Pigs going today, that would clear another 2 sheds, and the big washout. Lads, Phil had a day yesterday mucking out, taking it onto a farm what's desperate for muck, some quite heavy land, and we are transforming the land into real nice soil, to be honest. It just seems to breathe better. It walks different, it feels different, it smells different by putting a lot of pig muck on it. But we've drafted my wife in, Nick. She's coming. She says she wants to have a go at pressure washing, but I reckon after a day of it she might have other thoughts on that decision. But anyway, she wants to do it, she can do it. So yeah, the 2650 she's starting to pay her away after being stood for years and years not doing that. It's paid its way. Someone's had a near deal with our pressure washer, no one's had it owning up to it. It's sort of bent up is the mounting brackets. So what someone's done, I don't know. Luckily, I'm brought the casting on the gearbox or the pump. weather's proved me wrong. I thought by the time we were taking this muck out, it'd be bloody in its wet period. But yeah, proved me wrong. There's just been nice drops of rain here. We had another 10 mil other day. So Phil's on a mad muck out. Nicky's in charge of pressure washing. We serviced it. I took a lot of filters to bits this morning and cleaned her all out. It's a different machine. We've had to tone her down on revs a bit because it was too much. But yeah, she's making a right job. Hard work, bloody hard work. So we've got 3 yards down this side to do, and then there's a few stragglers left in that yard. We're going to shift them across into that yard so Phil can crack on with that yard as well. I said yard a lot. A few sentences, didn't I? I have to get a manhole bloody made before someone ends up down there. It's very strawy muck in here though. I mean, pig muck is brilliant muck. I mean, sometimes when we're bedding cattle, when we're mucking cattle out, the muck's crap like. Well, any muck's good, but pig muck is the business. Right, I'm a spray. Quite a nice flat of wheat. Champion it is. And it was drilled 10 days earlier than next door, and next door got a deluge of water just before drilling, and we sort of puddled it and mauled it in, and it ain't half the crop as this is, so it just proves that getting it in something like, you know, puddling corn is no good. Yeah, very impressive actually. We're only a short ear though, but a very short head. Yeah, like I said, this one was drilled 10 days after these two, and you can see it just flooded off at this end. Well, we couldn't drill this end, it was too wet. And then there was wet patches where we've taken out because there was hardly anything. It was letting rubbish come through. So, and the rest of it, out of, I think there's 24 acre here. We've got about 16 or 17. Okay. It won't be, we should have left it really, but what we've done is give us a chance to clean the dike out. We've dug a gully down this side to try and take some surface water away, because it's just a big problem in this field. In fact, we should have gone further with this trench down the side. We should have nearly gone full length. And I think we're going to bring the digger back after harvest and have another go. But yeah, that was just a big wet tool. It just proves to say how the chemicals are so effective, because you can see the smallness of the wheat there, what's had a growth reg, and this little bit of a corner here can't got the growth regulator, and the growth regulator is basically to stunt its growth so it don't get too tall and fall over, so it can carry the weight of the yield sort of thing. And that little bit and add it, so Christ, there'd be some straw, but it would be very vulnerable to falling over. So giving these wheats its ear wash, and it's fully in flower and optimum time really. was cutting grass yesterday at a place called Latham. He did, what did he do? About 25 years. He's just trimming this paddock up for our Abby. She won't be very pleased. She didn't get back off holiday till 4 o'clock this morning, and he's rowing round at 8 o'clock at the back of her house. Anyway, needs must. But yeah, it's like a class demonstration day, isn't it? First time I've seen mowers going, and I see what they're going about that conditioner being very, very fast running and brutal on the crop, which is good, because obviously you want it, a conditioner needs to condition it and crimp it to let the moisture out. Yeah, very nice mower. And paired very well with that tractor, I would say. It did say the grass yesterday was very late though. It was sort of, we should have cut it sort of 10 days before we did. Weather-wise, one less. And it says one way, it didn't cut it very well. When it was laid towards him, it cut it. When it was laid away from him, it struggled to cut it. So he just had to go real slow. But that's just mowers, that's not class mowers. Any mower will struggle with certain crops if they just laid funny, or a certain, you know what I'm saying. But the winter barley still keeps, black grass keeps appearing, but winter barley looks fantastic and changing fast now. I'll tell you what, 3 weeks a month, a deal, won't it? Fodder bait, sprayed fodder bait last night, disastrous. I think some of it's germinated. I think we had some last year's seed what germination was affected, and it's good at this side, yon side of the field. Christ, it's very patchy. So yeah, try harder next year. Anybody want to bid me on that sprayer? We ain't got a lot of time to do out with it, but £6 grand it can go as it is. Trade back. Come and have a look. Come and have a prat about. Which is yours for £6 grand. It's a 2004, 12,000 hours, all singing and dancing. And I'll tell you what, she runs like a dream. £6 grand. I'll get back in the cab because bloody hell it's windy. It was when I set off to spray this last field of maize. Let myself. It was wind and bugger off for a spell. Anyway, I'll come back with a vengeance, but I've got it done. But as you can see, as I could show you there, this isn't really maize land, to be fair. It's very heavy, but we're using it as a bit of a break crop. And actually, if you use it in previous years, if it grew established, it's done pretty good, and it seems to sort of smother the blackgrass in the bottom. But this year it's just been too dry. Since we drilled it, there was like 5-6 weeks of dry weather, and there's just new growth coming through. So whether they're going to ever make a decent sized maize plant, I don't know, but time will tell with that one. But it's windy. Yeah, another box ticked. It's taste could do with some wetter, I reckon. I reckon there'll be a lot of maize like that though, very patchy. Our fodder bait brilliant either. Some of it's come, some of it hasn't. Pretty shocking really. Well, there's 5A, maybe more, 7A what's shocking. The rest of it's okay out of 25, so yeah, I mean the maize there, it's fine. On the bit later land, but it's like half and half. Half good, half very poor at a minute anyway. Right, I'm off for my tea. I've had enough today. We've had a very busy day, mucking out, washing out, spraying, and buggering about. Wheat's looking a lot healthier than it did a fortnight, 3 weeks back, before all the showers came. In fact, it's looking like we're going to have an half decent harvest again. So anyway, right, that's about it for me today. If you haven't, can you give us a like? And if you haven't subscribed and you like the channel, you know, if you subscribe, it don't cost you nothing, and then you'll get notifications of. And if you subscribe, when I put something new on, it'll come up on your watch, on your screen or your telly or whatever you want to watch it on. So right, on that note, for a rough hard farm in East Yorkshire, bye for now. Yeah, model beat don't look brilliant, does it there? Very patchy. Right, bye for now.